let's try this again. Question: have you tried anything new recently and found yourself enjoying it? Is there anything you haven't tried yet but want to in the future? These days, I'm constantly meeting new people, befriending them, and starting to work with them. I think my social life was pretty limited until about the middle of last year. Getting to know new people can feel like a lot of work at times, making me feel embarrassed and even shy at times. But I do feel these new interactions are changing me. As long as I keep my equilibrium during all these new encounters, I think the results will be positive for both me and my audience. Becoming a solo cover model for Vogue is a huge new experience for me too. I'm grateful for this opportunity. Stay healthy, everyone. Sounds like he's still making music with new people and having a good time. I am very happy for him. More pictures of him. Oh, I love this picture. Go away. Go away. Let me look at him. Look at that. Look at him. He's so gorgeous. Ah, look at those hands. This is the art. Yeah, you're right. That's art. Look at these pleated leather pants. I'm so into this. Not for me, for him. And the sweater he's wearing with nothing underneath. A lotus flower resembles a noble scholar, nonchalant of the secular society. A loose-fitting polo neck wool cashmere sweater with Bottega Veneta signature weaved leather pants. Him in a suit kills me. Kills me. Those hands again. Quote, detailed directions will help me pose better. Are they exposing what Namjoon said to them? They're so mean. RM, on his first solo experience of Vogue's cover, stayed professional. A classic suit and tie representative of his intellectual and diligent personality. That's a good look on him. Yeah, I agree. It's a really good look. I don't know what this look is. The sweater is a little interesting, but he makes it. Oh, it's a cowboy. Here's the hands, the scarf around the neck, the hat, the hair, the face, the pants, and the lasso. And there's a horse. He has pierced ears, right? I may have broken it. Okay, we cannot enhance. Maybe he doesn't have pierced ears, which would be a shame. Oh, that look! I love him. Honestly, it should be illegal to look this good. I do think the shoes are a little interesting, but I mean, on him, everything looks good. He does have pierced ears? Does he? I know. I can't remember him wearing any earrings. Oh, that's because he usually wears like tiny little hoops. Yeah. Okay. Stop. Stop it. Why are you so hot? I hope there's a behind or a video that comes out for this photo shoot because I don't know what that means, but you understand. Yeah, okay. Hobie's the only one with unpierced ears. Ah, I see. Alrighty, well, since I have you, and I don't want YouTube to win, do you guys ever read that Spain interview with him? 'Cause I didn't. I would be interested in reading it now. If you guys know where I can find a translated, right? Because it was in Spanish, and I need it in English. Let me see if I saved it. That was a good interview. I mean, I know everybody said that, and I read like a lot of like excerpts on it from on Twitter, but I never clicked in and read it because I was like, oh, I'll get to it. Yeah, like I'll get to it. I have not. There was an English version. Can someone link it to me, please? Let's read it. Okay. You don't really need to bully me into that. I just oh, maybe I have found it. Is it this one? Is this it? I know what you are. You don't like me blocking shit. Sure. Take my info. This is the interview, right? Yeah. This seems very in your face already. I love it. Okay. Let me just drink some water and we will go back in time. When was this posted? March? I'm only 2 months late. It's fine. It's fine. Alrighty. RM, the leader of K-pop band BTS. We worked so hard in Korea because 70 years ago there was nothing. As he promotes his first solo album, the South Korean rapper reflects on the price of success, the history of his country, and collecting art. This photo shoot took place in a hotel in Milan. Hold on. I can't play it. I think I have to turn the sound off. I'm sure there's a bunch of copyright music in here. Does it want to load for me? No? Okay, cool. Thank you. No. No, don't do this to me. Okay, I just want to pause you. I give up. Mistakes were made. I regret everything. I've seen all these movies. Yeah. Okay, we're not gonna do that. Anyway. Okay. Kim Namjoon, 28, seems genuinely surprised that a group of fans recognized him a few days ago on the streets of Bilbao, Spain. You'd like to think that maybe in small cities on the other side of the world, you could go unnoticed, says the Seoul-born rapper known as RM. He's better known as the leader of BTS, the K-pop boy band that has broken, in 10 frenetic years, all the records in the global music industry, Bilbao included. Last summer, the group's 7 members announced a temporary break as a group to develop solo projects and do mandatory military service in Korea. Their fans, called armies, of which there are 72 million on Instagram alone. Why Instagram? Why does that matter? Okay. Eagerly await the group's reunion, which is slated for 2025. RM confirms that he is looking forward to it too. He is in Spain to promote his album Indigo, which came out in December, and to visit the Guggenheim, the Thyssen, the Prado, the Picasso Foundation in Barcelona. I've seen tons of Goyas, and I've been struck by El Greco, but I'm stuck on Las Meninas, says the rapper. The first track on the amateur art collector's album is called Yoon, so named for the abstract painter Yoon Hyung-kun. They call him the Asian Rothko, but his life is what interests me. He lived through the Japanese invasion, the war, he was tortured by the government, but he never gave in. In his work, I see anger, sadness, complexity, beauty. You mean the same thing we all see when we look at you? Still a beautiful picture of him. Question. Your track opens with the lines, "Fuck the trendsetter, I'ma turn back the time. Far too when I was 9, when things were only good or bad. I think I was more of a human." Does K-pop's amazing success dehumanize the artist? Answer. You start your career very early and as part of a group. There's not a lot of time to be an individual, but that makes K-pop shine. It's very young people all struggling really hard together. You generate that energy that you only have in your 20s. You fight day and night to perfect the choreography, the videos, the music, and there's an explosion, a big bang. Throughout our whole 20s, we invested... Did he really say a big bang? Okay, whatever. Throughout our whole 20s, we invested all of our energy and time in BTS. You get success, love, influence, power. And what's next? The root of everything remains the music. What was the question? Is that system dehumanizing? My company doesn't like how I answered this question, because I admit that, in part, it is. And then journalists throw up their hands and say, "It's a horrible system, it destroys young people." But that's partly what makes this such a special industry. And the system is getting better and better in terms of contracts, money, education. Now there are teachers, counselors, psychologists. Korean record labels, called entertainment agencies, train their artists for years. You lived with your peers from when you were 16 to 19 before you debuted in BTS in 2013. What did your parents say? My mom spent 2 years telling me, "Go back to school, you were so good at it. Go your own way, go to college, make music a hobby." But there was no turning back. What was the most important thing you learned during your time as a trainee? Oh, I would say dancing, because I couldn't dance before. And what did you miss out on because of it? I really wanted to go to college because, campus life. You know what? That's really interesting. And I say that because for most people, living on a college campus, living away from home, is kind of your first time living separately from anyone as an adult, not having to answer to anyone except yourself and your education and future job prospects. And it gives you the chance to just be free and figure out for yourself who you are. And I think in Namjoon's case, well, all of BTS, they never got a chance to do that because it's living at home, and then 16 to 19, he was a trainee, so he's under the instruction and guidance and of Big Hit, and then he becomes they debut and he becomes an actual professional artist, and then so they're always in this setting of being controlled, watched, paid attention to, guided, protected by lots and lots and lots of people. And I think I can understand the envy of not having that moment where you're in like the lawlessness of college where everyone is just trying out adult behaviors and being fucking weird all over the place and having a chance to just be you and not be judged. I can understand that envy. The cult of youth, of perfection, of overachievement in K-pop. Are these Korean cultural traits? Oh, La Sagrada Familia. I've been there. It is forever under construction or reconstruction. It's never going to be finished. Answer. In the West, people just don't get it. Korea is a country that has been invaded, razed to the ground, torn in two. Just 70 years ago, there was nothing. We were getting aid from the IMF and the UN, but now the whole world is looking at Korea. How is that possible? How did that happen? Well, because people try so fucking hard to better themselves. You are in France or the UK, countries that have been colonizing others for centuries, and you come to me with, "Oh God, you put so much pressure on yourselves. Life in Korea is so stressful." Well, yes, that's how you get things done. And it's part of what makes K-pop so appealing, although of course, there's a dark side. Anything that happens too fast and too intensely has side effects. It's never been finished in the first place. True, you make a good point. Jin had some university experience, but the others never got that. Yeah, you're right. Only Jin had a little bit of that. So you said this interview was in English. So did he swear in English? Did he really sit across from the interviewer and was just like swearing up a storm? Or was he saying things in a way and the translator who was maybe translating it, I don't know, was adding? I don't fucking know. Man, this is awesome. I love the swears. Anyway, question, what is the biggest prejudice about K-pop? That it's prefabricated. What would your career have been like if you had developed it in the indie music scene or in another country? I often think about the multiverse, and Doctor Strange's lesson is always the same. Your version of the universe is the best there is. Don't think about the other ones. There is nothing better than being a member of BTS. I think this is what he encapsulates in his last song, number 2, on his album. Don't look back. You are the best version of yourself. Everything that you've gone through, all of it had to happen that way for you to be who you are now, and who you are now is the best. So don't second guess, don't look back, don't regret. Be happy with who you are. Did you imagine this version? Not at all. My dream was not to be a K-pop idol. I wanted to be a rapper, and before that, a poet. You cite rappers like Nas and Eminem and groups like Radiohead and Portishead as influences, but you never mention boy bands. The Beatles were also called a boy band. I'm not comparing us. They were the creators of everything. But I guess you mean NSYNC or New Kids on the Block. They're bands whose pop music I actually liked, although I wasn't a super fan. What got me was rap, rhythm plus poetry. It's a very diplomatic answer. But the question though is also weird. Like, you never said that you like boy bands, or that you were never inspired by boy bands, even though you are in a boy band. And he's like, their music didn't speak to me the way these other artists did. What? Question, you say you got jealous of those you admire. Who makes you jealous now? Kendrick Lamar, always. And Pharrell Williams. He's living history. I'd like to be that. Maybe in the future. That's why I don't paint. Being jealous of Picasso or Monet would be too much. You collect art. How do you choose the pieces? I've only been collecting for 4 years, and it has changed. My focus is 20th century Korean art, but I'm not Getty or Rockefeller. You don't do it to invest. I can guarantee 100% that I do not. If I wanted to invest, I would buy Black artists, women, emerging Indonesian artists. My goal is to open a small exhibition space in about 10 years because I think Seoul needs a place with young taste that's also respectful of the Korean legacy, to which I would also like to bring artists like Ronnie Horn, Anthony Gormley, and Morandi. Okay, we're gonna look up who these people are, because none of that made sense to me. Okay. Oh, didn't he go to some exhibition in, like, I don't know, somewhere that had like these pools of water? That I remember he posted pictures somewhere. Maybe it was when they still were all just on Twitter. I remember he posted those pictures and I was like, cool, I don't get it. But yeah, so that's him. He has one of those glass cubes. Oh, does he? He would. Okay, these are Imagine walking through this while high. Okay, these are fun. This is scary. Yeah, this is scary. Yeah, this is the kind of what's the term? It's modern art, but it's like the kind of art that you have to walk through. Like, the experience is part of the art. Oh, I feel so claustrophobic in this one. Okay, what's the last one? Jars. Installation art. Thank you. That's what it is. Yeah, installation art. Okay, what is this? Jars. More jars. More jars. Why does he like the jar man? Giorgio Morandi was an Italian painter and printmaker who specialized in still lifes. His paintings are noted for their tonal subtlety in depicting simple subjects, mainly vases, bottles, bowls, flowers, and landscapes. Okay, cool. Sorry, I don't think I'm a fan of the last one. The other ones were cool though. He's the pot man. The sound is choppy. Okay, and it says excellent condition. Although it said excellent condition last time and then it fucking died. How is it now? Is the sound still choppy? Gormley was a big artist in the Connect BTS project. Was he the one that did the Connect thing in New York? Yeah, he was. I went to go see this one. What was the other art that he did? I've already forgotten. I'm really good. My memory is awesome. Okay, the sound is good again. Good. I would rather have seen these. I saw this live, and this was the day I went to go see BTS when they did their interview on the Today Show in New York. I won tickets to see it, and this interview was in February of 2020 beginning, and I'm really lucky that I didn't get COVID because that's when it was starting to spread everywhere, but nobody was acknowledging it yet. And in order to, it was like first come first serve, and you have to be in, it was in the Rockefeller Plaza. It was freezing, and my husband and I drove up to New York the night before, got into our hotel, slept for I think like 3 or 4 hours, and then we luckily had friends who waited overnight in line. You had to wait in line outside in sub-zero temperatures for this. And then we like met up with them at like 4 a.m. and you get in at 6 a.m. And oh, man, they were frozen by the time I got to them. I brought them like hand warmers, food, like, because they did their best to try and like save our spots in line. And then we actually had like pretty good like we were pretty close to where BTS like came out and did their interview. I have videos somewhere, and this was back when I had my like bubblegum pink hair, so it's really funny. In all of the like overhead like shots that would like go across the crowd, you can immediately see me. It would just be like, there's Yami, there's Yami, there's Yami, and all of my coworkers knew that I had taken work off to go do this. And so they all like watched the video of it online, and they were like, there she is, there she is, there she is. I'm like, did you think I was lying that I wouldn't be there? They were like, no, we have photographic proof that you were there. Anyway, so I did that, and then with much sleep deprivation, we went to we drove over to this installation exhibit thing to go see it. And I remember I was so tired, and you can kind of climb on it a little bit, but it's not really comfortable. So I remember like there was just people like wandering around taking weird pictures with it, and then just like standing on it. And I was just thinking, I was like, is this supposed to be a jungle gym? Because I can't jump and reach the top. This isn't for my fitness level. I can't do this. I was so out of it. So my memory of this is just being utterly confused and sleep deprived when I went to visit it. Which is maybe the story of my life. Confused and sleep deprived. Yeah. I don't remember what this was supposed to mean though. Like what meaning it had. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Question, have you always been a collector? I have collected toys like Takashi Murakami figures. Oh, what are those? Okay. This is scary. I am done looking at this. Then vintage clothes, then furniture. I love Charlotte Perriand and okay. I don't know who these people are. Thank God for Google. Oh, this is so his style. Yeah, he likes this stuff. To me, this looks like 80s furniture. That's totally his style. Didn't he have something like this in his like room that he made for their album B? Like his like room photo? Chairs. Okay, cool. This is 100% a Namjoon thing and not a me thing. I don't get it. It's just a chair to me. But good for him. And then yeah, he has this dude in his woodwork. He has the like coffee table in his studio. He has one of those things, right? That's who he got it from, right? This guy lives in like Pennsylvania or something. Yeah, he lives in New Hope, Pennsylvania. Boom. I remember my shit. And that's his favorite. Okay. Question. Your album has songs from a variety of different genres. Some critics describe that as inconsistency and others call it versatility. Who the fuck is talking about inconsistency in genre in 2023? We don't care about that anymore. No one is genre gatekeeping. Oh, okay, whatever. Answer. I think the word genre will disappear in a few decades. Yes, thank you. R&B, hyperpop, Jersey club, UK drill, Chicago drill, K-pop. They don't mean anything. Yes! Music is just, you know, stacks of frequencies that drive people into a certain mood. Are you sick of the K-pop label? You can get sick of Spotify calling us all K-pop, but it works. It's a premium label. It's that guarantee of quality that our grandparents fought for. That's fair. That's fair. I like that he's acknowledging, like, yeah, you can be tired of always being labeled this, but that label carries with it a reputation of, like, ear candy, earworms, really bright, energetic music. Well, not always that, but like something that is vibrant, something that is executed really well, that typically has a concept and a really nice music video and fashion that goes along with it. So that's fair. He's like, that's fair that he says that. That's acknowledging both sides. Question. Your album features Anderson .Paak, Eugene, and the elusive Erykah Badu. How did you convince her to collaborate? She knew BTS because her daughter is a fan, but that wasn't enough. I had to persuade her. I sent her a text with Yoon's story, explaining why I needed her wise queen's voice for those verses. I would love to know what he wrote in that text. In your songs, you mix English and Korean, sometimes in the middle of a phrase. How do you choose one or the other? Depends on what rhymes, is what I would think. Namjoon says, words in different languages have different textures. They have the same message, but with a different brushstroke. It comes naturally to me. I don't play instruments. I compose and create melodies with my voice, which is my instrument, and most of my songs start with words. I also think if you're a multilingual, you kind of know what he's getting at. Like, if you speak more than one language, your brain will, like, sometimes just mush them together. And if you come from, like, an immigrant family where you speak multiple languages at home, it can be very common to just switch between languages in the middle of a sentence depending on, like, what fits better to the concept that you're trying to convey. So it makes sense to me. Question. You have also gone through several identities. As a teenage rapper, you were Runch Rhonda. In BTS, you were a rap monster. And now you're RM, for real me. Have you... Yes? Come near my baby. Have you thought about using your real name? Well, Yoongi's been using his real name now, so that's nice. Laughs. We all have a past. We call it Black History in Korea. Runch Rhonda was my nickname in a role-playing game. Then I wanted to be, you know, a rap monster. Then I matured. I prefer my real name to be known by as few people as possible. I'm not John Lennon or Paul McCartney. I can check into a hotel and they don't care about me, and I like that. Yeah, that's fair. Enjoying the alias. Why are you being so annoying? Okay. Sorry, my cat likes to be held like a baby. The way you dress has changed a lot too. I went through a phase of wearing XXL t-shirts and baseball caps. Then I got into high-end brands. As Rat Monster, I started wearing only black and white. He rolls his eyes and shrugs. Now I'm into timelessness. I'm over trends. I'm looking for vintage jeans, cotton t-shirts, natural things that don't scream, "Hey, I'm here." Why is he being so mean to himself? It's fine. Fashion is fashion. Like, none of it is bad. It's just different. Marley, are you leaving us? We're talking. Do you want to say something? The microphone? Say something. No. Not enough brain cells in here. Look at this cutie. One brain cell in here. There is only one brain cell in this little tiny head. You were just invited to Bottega Veneta's fashion show in Milan, and rumor has it that you are going to collaborate with the brand. Cat hair in my mouth. I would love to, although I've lost interest in brands, fashion weeks, and the constant change in Pantone. Bottega is different. They don't use logos. They have a history with weaving and leather. They don't even have Instagram. They are beyond the buzz. Namjoon, I love you, but like, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. This also could just be a brand about that's like for really rich people and is exclusive, and part of its brand is exclusivity and rarity, which is why they are allowed to be even more expensive in the things that they make. I don't know. This is a rich people thing. But if he thinks that way, okay, cool. Question, is it hard to have an army of fans? You can't walk around in the middle of nowhere without being recognized, and the standards you're held to are heavy. But you have to grow up and deal with it, not be self-pitying like, oh, I just want to be normal. Look, if you want to think that fame is a stone, it's a fucking stone. But if you think of it as love, as power, it got me what I was looking for. As quickly as possible, I got the influence and financial freedom to make the music I want to make without worrying about the charts. I'm not there 100%, but I try to focus on the noise inside, not the noise outside. I am glad that he thinks like that. Did he really swear in here again? Like, it just feels like he got annoyed with the question. Maybe this was he's been asked that too many times lately. How are you facing going into your 30s? I have never been through such a confusing time. For a decade, I was the leader of BTS, and it was very stable and fun. Things only got better. In 2023, a lot of things have changed, professionally and personally, although I can't tell. As I'm about to turn 30, I like myself more than I did when I was 20. Now I will spend a year and a half in military service, which is a big deal in every Korean man's life. And after that, I am sure I will be a different human being, hopefully a better and wiser one. That is a very healthy mindset to have. Still think Bottega's for rich people. Okay. Well, that has been 2 interviews. At least the second one, YouTube has not broken again. Are there any other interviews that have come out with him recently? I feel like those are the only 2 big ones that have happened that I missed. Because the other ones that have been coming out lately have been with the other members. It's an old craft brand. What is Bottega? Bottega. Okay, well, let's go on their website. Oh, is Bottega Veneta owned by Gucci? In February 2001, Gucci acquired Bottega Veneta for $156 million. Vogue coined the term stealth wealth to describe the brand's new style. Okay, well, it's owned by Gucci. Bottega Veneta is an Italian luxury fashion house based in Milan, Italy. Its product lines include ready-to-wear, handbags, shoes, accessories, and jewelry. Okay. I want to know how expensive their shit is. It's probably very expensive. Let's go on their website. Shop women. Shop new bags. New bags. Load. Mini sardine, $3,100. A normal size sardine, $4,200. A medium andiamo, $4,900. Jesus Christ. Cassette, $4,100. A small calamero bucket, $13,500. This is rich people shit. Yeah, I'm not. No. This is not a brand for your average everyday army. Oh, a large Andiamo is only $7,900. Like, do not get me wrong. I adore Namjoon. I am very happy for him to get his bag, being an ambassador for absolutely anything he wants. It is no sweat off my back that he is promoting this. Whatever they want to pay him to show up places, to shine a spotlight on what they're doing and their products, cool. I don't care. I will still say though, I think this is a rich people product, and he is advertising these products to other rich people. Personally, if I ever spent more than, I don't know, $200 on something, and an accessory like a purse, I don't think I would ever use it. I would just be like, no, I'm worried about this. I don't want to use it. I don't want to break it. Like, if I spent several $1,000s on a purse, I'm never using it. It's just gonna collect dust. Is that a brown paper bag? Which one? Scroll back up. You mean this? The small brown bag. No, all of this is leather. This one is $1,900, and the medium brown bag is $2,500. Where's the large brown bag? Where's my large brown bag? Okay. Are there any zippers on any of this? I'd totally buy it if I had the money. Great quality. Yes, very true. Very true. This is super great quality. I like fuzzy stuff. A teen Jody for $3,000. No. Oh, I will say though, when I was in Vegas for the PTD tour, I went shopping, and I was in the Bellagio like mall that they have in there, and I went into I wanted just to go like check out, what store did I go into? I went to the Louis Vuitton store, and first off, every single step of the experience pissed me off incrementally more than the last experience. First off, you can't just go into the store. You have to wait in a cordoned off line outside, and you're only let in as other people leave. And then you get interviewed, and everything about you and what you're looking for gets input into into their system, and then you get like a consultant in there who starts showing you, so like you can't just like look around. And also when you go into the shop, there's like barely anything on shelves, in my opinion. It was like a very threadbare store. Can I give you an example? Louis Vuitton Bellagio. This is basically what it looked like. Just like that. You walk in and I'm like, okay, now I want to just look at stuff. And my consultant was like, I'm here. What do you want to look at? And I'm just like, can I just look around? No. Okay. And I'm not allowed to touch anything. So like there was some purse that I wanted to look at, and she had to like pull on like white gloves and then take the purse down and show it to me. And I'm like, so if I want to buy anything in here, I can't touch it before I buy it. Like I won't, like, what the fuck? Oh, and then nothing has price tags on it. So I'm like, I can't even figure out what I can buy, because there'll be like something that's, I don't know, $2,000 next to something that's $20,000. And I'm like, that is a very wide price range, and I'm not into it. Like, this is giving me whiplash. Where are all the things that I can't afford? And I'm in here to treat myself, not to bankrupt myself. And all the things in here are also ugly. I'm not a fan. So I'm just like looking around at everything, and I'm like, what's this? And I go, what's the price? And she's like, I think it's this. And I'm like, what about that one? What's that price? And she's like, I think it's this. I'm like, so you don't even know the price of the things that you're selling, because your expectation is like the people who come in can just buy whatever? Okay, well, I'm clearly in the wrong place. This is not a place for me to shop. And also, I eventually, I found, you remember how Jin had like the rainbow Louis Vuitton bag and shoes? I found those in the store. But it was like some, let me see. Louis Vuitton rainbow bag. Like, there's multiple different versions of it, right? There's like the pastel rainbow, and then there's like the more brighter one. Look at this fucking price, $15,000. So like, they don't even have every model of everything in the store. Like, if you're like, oh, I see this in brown, can I see this? Like, I see online that there's a rainbow version of this bag. Can I see it? They're like, we don't have it in store. Why not? We don't. If you want it, you'd have to order online. Okay, then what's the point of your store? And this happened multiple times. I'd see another bag and I'm like, oh, I don't like, okay, like, this is okay. Do you have a different color? And they're like, yeah, it comes in this color. I'm like, okay, can I see it? No, you have to order online. So I have to order and buy something that I've never seen. And apparently it's because there's such limited edition of all of these things that they just don't have it in stock. It's like being sold at some other store. And in that moment, I realized I do not give a fuck how exclusive the purse I have is and how few other people have it. I do not care. What I do care about is being able to pick something that I 100% like from the get-go before I buy it, because I've touched it, I've, played around with it, I put it on my shoulder, I got a sense of how it would feel like to have it, and then said, okay, I'm happy with this, I will buy. Rich people are fucking weird. To me, at this point, it's like, I should have known that it feels like if you buy one of these brand name purses, it's the brand name that is the number one thing you care about. Nothing else. Like, you don't care how it feels, how comfortable it is, if it fits all the shit that you need in the purse. None of that matters. The number one thing that matters is that you have this luxury brand name purse that you can now show off. And I'm like, couldn't be me. I do not give a flying fuck. Absolutely no. I just remember being so mad. I think it was this purse. You can also buy it off eBay for cheaper. But yeah, I was like, this is the one I wanted to see, but the only one can you go back to the only version they had in the store was the like extra large size. And I was like, all right, first off, this price, not paying it. But second off, you don't even have a smaller version of the purse. You just have the large. Why? That seems so counterproductive. Does it make people desperate? And they're like, I'll just buy what I can get because it's here. No. DHL Gate is the place to be. What's that? I don't know. I'm not a fan of this. I'm sorry. I do not like how any of this looks. I think it looks almost childish. Granted, I did search for like rainbow bag, but like I liked I already clicked out of it. Like I liked these bags more than anything here. Like what is this? This looks like a okay. Everybody has different preferences. If you buy one of these purses and they make you happy, awesome. You're not me. Couldn't be me. I am just gonna, sorry, click the wrong button. I'm just gonna be angry the whole time. It would be the biggest rage purchase, and then I would be so mad that I'd spent so much money on a fucking purse. No. The thing is like, okay, I will check those places out. I had a coworker who was like buying a bunch of fakes, and like they're fun and all, but I don't care about the brand name. I want it to be comfortable. I want it to be practical. I want it to be something that like makes sense and makes my life easier. The brand name is like maybe the second or third thing I consider, and that's usually for quality of material. Number one thing is it has to be practical. Number two is it has to be comfortable. Maybe I'll even flip that. If it's a comfortable person, it's not practical, I might still get it. If it's like comfortable and cute. But yeah, anyway. Sorry, that was my rant about fucking Louis Vuitton and the Bellagio in Vegas. I hate that. I hate that store. It's on my shit list. But yeah, so that's all I got for you guys today. I really appreciate you sticking around, despite my tech issues. Wait. Not my tech issues. YouTube's tech issues, because I didn't do anything wrong. I am perfect. No, seriously, I don't know why that happened. I don't know why it broke. But yeah, I hope you have been enlightened by Namjoon. I hope you feel closer to him. I love him. I hope that he and the rest of BTS who can go to Yoongi's concert when he performs in Seoul. That would be really nice. I would love to see them together. But yeah. Okay, alrighty. Well, I hope you guys have a good morning, good evening, good night, wherever in the world you are. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.